Welcome to Mechanical Tutorial. I am going to teach you different techniques in SolidWorks for mechanical engineers. I am going to train you different modules like surface modeling, sheet metal and enclosure design, product design, plastic components design, reverse engineering and many more tips and tricks in SolidWorks. Hi, today I am going to explain about thickened surface in surface module, and I am going to explain how to thicken surface for single surface and multiple surfaces, and also I am going to explain about direction of the thickened surface. So here I have taken a simple sketch. See, one thing we have to remember is we should always use lines and curves for creating any surface. We should not use splines because we cannot show the arcs and dimensions in the drawing. So we have to always use arcs and lines for creating a sketch. So now I am going to create one surface. Select the sketch. Now I am going to thicken this surface. Select the surface and thicken. Say for easy visibility I am showing 5 mm. So you can see it is going to add in the other direction. So if I want to add both the direction of thickness of equal length, then I can select thicken both sides, and this is for other side. So this is how we add thickness to the surface. So these options we mostly use in plastic components and sometimes for sheet metal automobile components. Now I am going to show you what if I add any curvature to surface. So here I have added two entities, one is circle and a line. So let's see what are the changes going to happen. Now I am going to create surface. See here. Now I am going to add thickness to the surface. See, it is not adding. So when I keep inside, there is an interference at this point because of this sharp edges. So it's not taking, unable to thicken the surface. So if I change to other direction, then the thickness adds. See here. So we have to be very much careful while creating any surface, mostly for with multiple entities in the sketch. So how to identify the curvature. So we have to evaluate, go to curvature, and here we can see the deviation. See the red color shows there is a more curvature, and this is still, this is more than, less than 45 degrees. So the blue color location, it's very difficult to add the thickness. Here we can't add the thickness. Here at 90 degrees we can add the thickness, but here we can't add. That's why earlier example it was showing an error because of this curvature. So that's how we have to identify the curvature and add the thickness. Now I am going to show you one more example. See, I have created one simple circle and I am going to create surface with this extruded surface. I am going to add both the sides. See other direction. So this is a simple extruded surface. Now I am selecting the front plane and going to create one more surface. Select the planar surface. Now I am going to trim this surface. Here I am going to keep this surface and this surface. Now select this trim surface and we have to remove the outer surface. We have to remove this surface. Now let's try to add thickness to the surfaces. So as soon as we add, it add thickness to one of the surface, not both the sides. You can see it is showing the preview for only the surface, not for the rear side. For better understanding, I'll show you in the cross section. See here, there is no thickness to the surface. So to avoid such problem, we have to knit the surface. So select this surface and rear one and say OK. Now we'll try to add thickness to surface. So now it is showing the preview for rear surface. See here. And whenever we add thickness to any surface, we have to consider which one is a reference, inner surface or outer surface. For example, if it is a bottle cap, the inner one is reference surface for dimensioning because it's going to fit on the bottle top. So we will be adding material from outside always. So depending on the requirement, we have to choose the sides of the thickened surface, that is side 1 or side 2 or both sides. If it is an open surface, we can add both the sides, but if it is a closed one like bottle cap or any other enclosure component, then we have to add thickness from only one side. So that is mandatory. Now one more thing, for adding thickness we have to see that if I add thickness and apply fillet, say I have given 2 mm radius. Now let's see the cross section. See here, the thickness, this radius is going to add in one direction, but it is not going to add in inner side. So when we create a plastic component, we have to add both the sides for uniform thickness. So this is not recommended while creating a plastic component. So what we have to do in this case is, we have to add fillet to the surface after knitting. So here, the same 2 mm thickness I have given radius to the surface. So now if I add thicken to the surface, I am keeping only one direction. Say okay. See now if I see the cross section, so there is a uniform radius from inside and outside. So there is a uniform thickness maintained in the component. So these things are very much important during plastic design, and mostly we do plastic design with surface modeling and adding thickness. So we have to follow these tips during plastic component design with the surface modeling. So this is brief about thickened surface for single surface and multiple surfaces. Thank you very much.